Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo won't shine himself.
Of Harlem.
You already know this is Pawn, Drunk, Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moo Shine himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho. You already know. Happy Easter, happy Easter. Kill the rabbit, goddammit. Kill the rabbit because it's God's day. It's Jesus. Jesucristo con la chancleta. Que di que rabi. No. Sácame ese rabi de aquí. ¿Oíste? Que di que rabi day. Jesus, the King's Day. The resurrection. Okay? The resurrection. I respeto. You see, they only do that. Why they only do that with Christian holiday, right? Huh? They want to replace Santa Claus with Jesucristo. They want to replace the rabbit, right? They want to replace they want to replace Jesus' birthday with Santa Claus. Huh? Then you want to replace him with a damn rabbit. Really? A rabbit? Huh? That's how much Jesus means to us? A rabbit? Lord. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. What's good, my people? What's good? Tycho TV in the building. Raw Boxing TV. Everybody subscribe to Raw Boxing TV. Then Shelton Moore was good. Just Blaze. Javier Perez Champ. I know a lot of people out there with their fams. That's all good, but we all family too. People see the thumbnail. You see the title. It's not hard to figure out what's going on. It's not hard to figure out. Excuse me. It's not hard to figure out, but it's too much babysitting going on in the sport of boxing, y'all. Too much babysitting when you supposed to be a fan. Be a fan of your favorite fighter. That's okay. Be a fan. But damn, y'all want to be managers. Y'all want to be the advisor. You don't even have to advise nobody in the sport of boxing. Everybody want to be accountants nowadays. Huh? Well, what's going on? We supposed to be a fan of boxing first, right? We need to preserve. We supposed to be calling it. We supposed to be the ones that are the hardcore boxing fans. We the one that's supposed to be preaching the real ish. But I see a lot of babysitting. I see a lot of protectors out here. Mad Chat in the building. Everybody subscribe to Mad Chat. Yo, B, what's good? Al, what's good? Ariel de lo mío, what's good? Smash the like button. El Pacastran. Good looking out, my brother. Good looking out. I appreciate it, my brother. God bless you. Happy Easter without the rabbit. Best channel. That's what I'm talking about, son. I real good looking out, my brother. I appreciate the props. Man. I appreciate the props. Humble and genuine. Hoy se bebe como todos los días. Good, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, my brother. Jeff in the building was good. Cali, dímelo en vivo. Ya tú sabes. ¿Qué lo que, maní? So, yeah. In the sport of boxing, too many babysitting. Everybody try to be Eddie Murphy. Everybody try to... People see this boxing stuff like daddy daycare. What's going on? Like, you know why there's not a lot of... Put it this way. You know why there's not a lot of narrative pushing right now? From the people that you all know that a lot of people is frustrated with narrative pushing. You know why there's not a lot of narrative pushing? because ain't nobody scheduled to fight. We don't know when Spence gonna fight next. We don't know when Charles gonna be fighting next. We don't know when Wilder gonna be fighting next. We don't know when Gary Russell Jr. Well, we never know when Gary Russell Jr. gonna be fighting. I don't know. He said, "I'm retired." Keith Thurman said in a recent interview with the Boxing Voice. Shout out to Ness and the crew, the Boxing Voice. Subscribe to the Boxing Voice. In a recent interview, even Keith Thurman said that he's been feeling good. He just haven't had a date. That he could have been fighting last year in the summer. What? So you telling me, Al, a.k.a. Casper the Friendly Ghost, they don't have no dates for y'all? You saw Adrian Broner in the post-fight interview. What he said? He said, man, just keep me out there, guys. Just keep me out there, man. Just keep me out there so you know. If guys like Adrian Broner, that's supposed to be one of the guys, you know what I'm saying, in the PBC banner, that's supposed to be, you know, out there for one of the Golden Goose for Al. And you see Keith Thurman, one of the Golden Goose for Al. Right? You see Wilder, one of the Golden Goose for Al, and they don't got no dates? They all in the shelf? What the hell is going on here? They all in the shelf? You got Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is the one that's criticized, right? He's the one that is criticized. He's the one that got to do all the work, right? Right? I get it, right? Right? While he's fighting three times in the span of 5 months, right? But he's the one that get criticized. But these guys can't even find a date. Yo, I don't give a damn. This ain't even about, you know what I'm saying, any race, any Latino, black, white, or whatever. Look, I don't want to hear nobody criticize this man no more. Yo, put it this way. I'm going to do what they do. I'm going to do what every other dumbass channel do. I'll block you. I don't want to hear nothing. If you're going to come here about boxing and complain about the people that actually do the damn work, I'm tired of hearing people say, oh my God, I wish that boxing was like it used to be. These fighters don't fight. I mean, you know, these fighters don't challenge themselves. These fighters don't fight like back in the days. So the cash cow of the sport of boxing, like Canelo Alvarez, is fighting 3 times in the span of 5 months. 3 times in the span of 5 months. He's the cash cow. He's the one that we're supposed to be fighting at least like 2 times a year. And you already know that he's going to be fighting in September. But I see a lot of people getting a pass. I see a lot of people getting the pass. Punch, what are your thoughts on fans pushing for Virgil versus Bud? He ain't ready. Don't make him another Fernando Vargas. He's ready, Shelton. He is ready. He is ready. He is ready like my penis in the morning. Wifey, turn around. Because in the morning, that's why I got the hardest stiffy in the world. Throughout the day, we're just above average. He's ready. And this is what it is. We're contradicting the same thing that we complain about. The same thing Virgil Ortiz is trying to do that we don't see. The same thing that we gave props to Salvador Sanchez. The same thing that we gave props to Wilfred Benitez. The same thing that we gave props to Mike Tyson. The same thing that we gave props to Oscar De La Hoya. The same thing that we gave props to who else? Canelo Alvarez for facing Mayweather at the early age. Virgil Ortiz saying he's ready. He wants to fight. The great fighters out there, they did their greatness when they was young. When Muhammad Ali was young and everybody thought at that time that he was going to get killed by Sonny Liston, he stepped up. So now Virgil Ortiz at the age of 22 or 23, he wants to fight and he's not ready. No. People forget how greatness is built in the sport of boxing. Greatness, the status of greatness is when you exceed the expectation, when you beat the odds, because greatness does not come when you think he's going to be somebody. Greatness does not come when he's fighting somebody that we all know he's going to be. People ain't going to say that's great because we depend and we know that he's supposed to be doing this. See, Virgil Ortiz, his greatness come when he does things when you think he can't do it. And this is the thing. He knows, so a lot of people are already going to pick Bud to be Virgil Ortiz, just like a lot of people pick Lomachenko to be Teofimo Lopez. Why is Teofimo Lopez getting praised? Because he did something that a lot of people didn't think he could have done. There was people that be like, you know what? I think Teofimo Lopez could beat him. I think he could knock him out. But tell me, how many analysis? Come on, we in YouTube. Everything is recorded. How many people thought that Teofimo Lopez was going to outbox the Matrix, outbox Lomachenko, outbox the guy, the best technician, pound for pound, 1, 2, 3, you can flip it around. How many people thought that Teofimo Lopez was going to outbox Lomachenko? How many people thought that Teofimo Lopez was going to box him? Not too many. People thought I was crazy when I said it, so I know it was not too many. So that's when you get the praise. How many people thought that Oscar Valdez was gonna knock out Miguel Berchelt? How many people thought that? How many people, you know why he's getting praised so much? It's because he exceeded the expectation. He beat the odds. He did something that most people didn't think he was going to do. That's how greatness is built. Mike Tyson, Kid Dynamite, was a team beating grown-ass men. Became undisputed at what age? At what age? Oscar De La Hoya fought Sweet Pea, the legend. Probably one of the best, probably the best defensive fighter that ever lived. For Julio Cesar Chavez, the legend. At the age of 23. That's how greatness is built. So it's Virgil Ortiz. He's ready for Bud Crawford. He wants Bud Crawford. He wants to follow in those type of footsteps. And you know why people nowadays see it weird? You know why? Because it's not happening so much. Because there's not a lot of promoters and advisors or managers that want to, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's like they tampering with their investment. They scared of losing their investment. I'm going to tell you like this. The fighters want to fight. They got to take accountability also how they hire their managers as well. Triple G has get in the past. Everybody talk about Canelo. People talk about, yo, Charlo should be fighting Demetrius Andre. Demetrius Andre got to fight Charlo. While Triple G got a great contract with the Zone. Got a great contract with the Zone and he's flying under the radar. He's flying under the radar, y'all. Ain't nobody criticizing Triple G. Why ain't nobody criticizing Triple G? He's just flying under the radar. Flying under the radar. Ain't nobody criticizing him. Why not? Who's babysitting him? Why fans babysitting him? Because everybody's because the haters in the sport of boxing, they all up in Canelo. Megan, what's good? What's good? Nashville dude, what's good? The GOAT. Boots hasn't called out Spence. He said he wants everybody. Wilfred Benitez, 17-year-old world champion. Exactly, man, Chad. Was he ready? Anybody would have thought that this 17-year-old was going to be world champion of the world? Good looking out, my brother. I appreciate that. Gorgeous. Good looking now. I appreciate y'all. God bless. Did anybody thought that Wilfred Benitez at the age of 17 was ready? Nah. So, just like in the thumbnail, put it this way. I got in the thumbnail, and I could have put more boxers. I believe that's getting babysit. Bud Crawford, a lot of people would have babysit. Well, he gets a lot of critique because a lot of people didn't. Geez, got you. Go, G's, got you. A lot of people. And I think, and I said this in the other live. I said this in my last live. And shout out to Keyshawn Davis with that big win. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis. You already know next weekend we got the phenoms of the sport of boxing in the 147-pound division. We got Conor Benn. They're gonna be fighting Samuel Vargas. Don't miss that dude, Conor Benn, the son of the legend Nigel Benn. Follow that up. later on with Boots Ennis, Jerome Boots Ennis. And shout out to Jerome Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? Was chopping it up with me in the Punch Run Boxing right here, man. Great interview. Jerome Boots Ennis is going to be fighting Sergey Lipinyan. That's a good step up. And also, we got Joe Smith Jr. Joe Smith Jr., the union worker, one of the hardest working men, even outside of boxing. Joe Smith Jr. going to be Vaslov. Or Vaslov. I think that's how you pronounce the name. Sorry, my brother, if I mispronounced your name. Triple G has getting a pass. Ain't nobody saying nothing about Triple G. Nothing. Ain't nobody forcing him to fight Boo Andrade. Ain't nobody forcing him to fight Charlo. And they not even forcing him. Well, Boo Andrade has gotten the ring. He's gotten the ring on Triple G. People babysitting Jamal Charlo too. Giving him all the credit. Oh, yo, why does Canelo need to fight Jamal Charlo? He needs to fight Jamal Charlo. If it was any other athlete, if people were saying, so now he went up two divisions up, Canelo Alvarez, but now you want him to come back down to 160? But then you're not going to call him a weight bully, right? No, right? Right? If Canelo Alvarez comes back down to 160, you ain't going to call him a weight bully, right? Huh? I mean, he did fight Amir Khan. Everybody called him a weight bully. But if he fights Jamal Charlo, he's not a weight bully. You see the contradiction that goes around here in the sport of boxing, right? Instead of crediting who you need to credit, you give the other people a pass. Probably the best opponent this man has fought. Probably Sergey Derevchenko of late. And you give him a pass. Who he fought? But he fought Sergey Derevchenko. And he almost did lose to Triple G. Really, that's the opponent you're going to come out when we're talking about Jamal Charlo. Sergey Derevchenko. That is known to losing the big one. That's what he's known for. Sergey Derevchenko. Shout out to Sergey Derevchenko. He got good prestige. He got a good amateur pedigree. It has not translated into the professional level at the highest level. But that's what y'all got to do. Viva Cristo Rey, Señora Mexico. Good looking now. I appreciate it, my brother. I appreciate you. God bless you. Jesucristo con la chancleta. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all, man. Y'all giving these guys a pass. I don't know why. Gervonta Tank Davis. I believe that Gervonta Tank Davis want to fight. I do believe so. To be honest, I do believe Gervonta Tank Davis does want to fight. But he's been babysitting. He's in daddy daycare with Mayweather Promotions. He's in daddy daycare. Seems like a lot of people's in daddy daycare in the PBC banner. Not everybody, because Jamal Charlo, he's fighting. He's one fight away of becoming undisputed in 154 if he beats Brian Castaño, and that's a big and a tough fight. That's a tough fight. But too many people getting a pass. Not even getting a pass. They getting babysit by their own fan. Y'all not being logical. He got to face Canelo Alvarez. Got to come back down weight to fight Charlo. Really, he got to come back down weight. Who we pressure to come back down weight? I thought that you supposed to be great by jumping weight. I thought daring to be great was going up in weight. I never heard daring to be great is to go back down in weight. I don't hear it with people saying, you know what, Bud Crawford should go back to the 135 pounds because now it's lit. You know, let's see Bud Crawford with Teofimo Lopez. Let's see Bud Crawford with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Let's see him go and fight Gervonta. You don't hear that. But with Canelo Alvarez, you do. With Canelo Alvarez, you do hear that. That he needs to come down, back down, and fight for something that he does not want to justify his greatness. He needs to justify his greatness to you so he could beat Jamal Charlo, who the best probably possible opponent is Sergey Derevchenko. That's what he needs to do to justify his greatness to you, you dummy. Get that rabbit out your ass. I know it's Easter. Get the rabbit out your ass. It's scratching your ass too much. You're sounding dumb. I ain't never heard that in my life in boxing. I ain't never heard everybody getting babysat, but Canelo Alvarez, the guy that's fighting 3 times in a span of 5 months, that has unified the title, is going to further unify the title. That's the man that you want to criticize. Let's get it together, folks. I don't know what drug is out there. I do not know what drug is out there, but dealers, I want to make a business with y'all. I want to go in business with y'all, cause I know y'all getting a lot of money, and I know you making your money in boxing. Because it seems like there's a lot of people in boxing that is on the droga. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I mean, and then people really believe that? Like, people really believe the ish that y'all be, that, stop. These guys are, Gervonta Tank Davis on training wheels. Jamal Charlo and Triple G, they in daddy daycare. Seem like a lot of people in the PBC in daddy daycare, except for Jamal Charlo, except for Sean Porter. They fighting. Danny Garcia, he's good. He's good. I got no complaints with Mikey. But the other guys, Kalen Plant, come on. David Benavidez, I think that's that was self-destruct on him. Him losing the belt was on him. Is Canelo not franchise champion at 160 for the WBC? No, he's not. He's not anymore. No, he's not. Oh, you're going to justify Canelo now with that? Please, come on. Yeah, let's justify Canelo with franchise. Let's knock everything he's done with franchise. Because what happened? He didn't fight his mandatory. So when it comes with Canelo, his mandatory is so precious. How dare you, Canelo Alvarez? Don't fight your mandatory. How dare you not fight your mandatory, Canelo? Lomachenko, how dare you not fight your mandatory or possible mandatory, because it was never a mandatory, but let's I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give y'all that so I'll feed you what you think it was. Okay, come on, Lomachenko. How dare you not fight your mandatory? Huh? How dare you not fight your mandatory? Teofimo Lopez want to fight his mandatory? Why he's fighting his mandatory? Why he's fighting his mandatory? He's scared. Why he's fighting his mandatory? You rather fight this? You rather fight your mandatory than fight that Haney? You rather fight your mandatory than that? I thought mandatory was supposed to be the most special thing in the sport of boxing. Huh? Was it a mandatory? It's a special thing in boxing. I don't see a bunch of people saying, yo, no, Anthony Joshua, you cannot fight the undisputed bout because you need to fight Usyk. You need to fight that mandatory. Forget about being undisputed. You need to fight your mandatory. I wish that Earl Spence would come on and say, like, yo, I'm not fighting, bud, because I got to fight my mandatory. You know what I'm saying? I got to fight Abdul Kokorov and something like that. I got to fight Abdul Kokorov because he's my mandatory. I haven't heard nobody make a content, a video about, just like Canelo Alvarez should have fought his mandatory. Earl Spence shouldn't fight Bud or Manny Pacquiao or none of the top dudes. He needs to fight his mandatory, Abdul Kokorov. Shout out to Abdul Kokorov for sitting as the mandatory #1 contender since March 2019. When it comes to Canelo, he fight his mandatory. Like, oh yeah, Charlo was actually gonna justify his greatness, really. AJ definitely not fighting mandatory. Of course he's not gonna fight, because of course we all know what's the hardest fight. But people just come with the dumbest stuff to babysit their fighter. To babysit their fighter. We supposed to be preserving the sport of boxing, y'all. Preserve the sport of boxing. Boxing come first. Fighters come and go. So it's preserving the sport of boxing. Preserving the sport of boxing. People complaining about the dumbest ish. I never seen fans of any sport contradict the way they contradict in boxing. Never. 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 You want things to be like back in the days, right? You want things to be like back in the days, but then when there's guys that's actually doing things like the guys back in the days, they the one to get criticized, and the guys that's not doing the things like back in the days like you want them to do, you give them a pass. I think the hate for Canelo Alvarez really exposes everything to me. That's what I'm talking about, Canelo. And if anybody follow my channel, I'm not a big fan of Canelo Alvarez. It's just that his hate has turned a lot of people, like, it just exposed too many people. The hate that Canelo Alvarez gets exposed just too many people. Even pugilists of the sport of boxing as well. It just exposes too many people. The new form of cherry pick is picking the less of all champions. That's the new form of cherry. I'm thinking the cherry pick was like Tyson Fury when he picked Otto Wallen, right? Right? Or what's his name? Was it Sullivan? Or what was it? What was it? Not Sullivan. What's his last name? What's his last name? The Jewish last name. But Canelo Alvarez, he goes and jumps weight. What they call it? What do they call it? Daring to be great. Daring to be great. He fights Kovalev, who, could potentially be a Hall of Fame, and people want to criticize, but he didn't fall Bivol and Berturbiev. What about Schwartz? As a matter of fact, yes, Schwartz, the Jewish name, Schwartz. That's a cherry pick. That's a cherry pick. A cherry pick is not picking the less of all champions. So you really gonna say that Errol Spence, if he fights Ugas, is cherry picking Ugas? He's cherry picking Ugas not to fight Bud, or if Bud picks Ugas to unify the title, you'd be like, nah. Why he unifying the title with Ugas? He's picking the less of the champion. He's cherry picking. No, you ain't gonna say that. But Canelo Alvarez, he picks Kovalev, a proven dude, but he's cherry picking. That's what I mean. The hate for Canelo Alvarez exposed everything. That's why I got to go back to Canelo Alvarez to clarify my example and my point, because his hate, it just exposes everybody. And I posed this question a while ago. Who has something that Canelo Alvarez wants? If I want Canelo, I will get something that he wants so he could come see me. Feel me? That's the way it works. You go to school, right? You want this job, right? You want this job, or you want to become a lawyer. You want to be in a lawyer firm, and you go to law school, and you put yourself in position for that law firm to want you. So you did your thing. You got something that they want. You got the skills that they want, so they can fit you in their portfolio. Who got something that Canelo Alvarez wants? And he's going to go after that. Now, I'm not the person that likes to be on people's pockets when it comes to fighters because, of course, there's a lot of people that come with the same old thing with Bud Crawford. Yo, Bud Crawford, he should have never signed that contract. He could have had those fights in the welterweight division with these guys. Yo, he could have had it. But then we saw, look at Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. They never fought. So how we know that Bud Crawford and Errol Spence would have fought? I mean, those are the big ifs. They on the same street. The biggest fight in the welterweight division in the PBC, and probably I said the most lucrative fight in the PBC banner in-house is still Thurman and Errol Spence. Did that fight happen? Is that fight happening? So even if we do say that, and I've said it once before, if Bud Crawford would have never signed the extension with Top Rank, if he would never sign an extension with Top Rank, he should have signed with Al Heyman, and then he would have got the Errol Spence fight. I don't think that was gonna happen because look at Thurman and Errol Spence haven't fought. So how we know that Bud Crawford and Errol Spence would have fought if he would have never signed the extension? What's good, Mexican supremacist? Diablo supremacist. ¿Qué? Wow. No me digas que tú eras racista. No. Okay. Stop. Hey, but Kovalev almost stopped and fought 2 months later under the hydration clause. Kovalev cut and rehydrate last 185. Oh, stop. Stop it. Andy Ruiz had 1 month. 1 month. Tony in the building. What's good, my brother? Andy Ruiz only had 1 month to prepare for Anthony Joshua and become heavyweight champion of the world. If you're a professional, you stay ready. When your name is called, you stay ready. Tony, look, no matter how much they hate him, he isn't going to lose to any of them. Facts. Canelo's work consistency is too much. He stays too busy. And that's the problem. And stay ready. He ain't got to get ready. Exactly, Tony. Preach, Tony. Preach. Rap Star Boxing Knowledge. Everybody subscribe to Rap Star Boxing Knowledge. Happy Easter, Moonshine, and everyone. Happy Easter to you, my brother, without the rabbit. Jesus está pasando por aquí. Didn't almost stop either. He dominated the fight. Yeah. All I'm saying is no excuse. All I'm saying, if I'm one fight away or whatever, nah, man, you got to stay ready. And put it this way. You signed the contract. Did Kovalev sign the contract? He signed the contract. No excuses. That's it. Once you sign the contract, ain't no excuses. Ain't no excuses. Just because you're a fan of somebody, that doesn't mean they get a pass. If anybody knows me, I say it. I'm a big fan of Keith Thurman. But he ain't getting a pass either. What the hell is he doing? When is he fighting? Why does guys like Keith and Gary Russell Jr. have submitted their whole career for Al? I'm not going to blame Al for that because you hired Al. Al was just a manager and advisor. The advisor and the managers doesn't hire you, so you take accountability. You have forfeit your dream to Al for the next purse. That's what's happening in the PBC, in my opinion. With a lot of these fighters, you have forfeited your own dreams for that purse, for the next purse, for the promised purse. You put legacy in the back burner. And I'm not saying that the resume is not good, but you need to stay busy. This is why you don't see these guys hungry no more. You could tell that they eat. You know they're not hungry no more. They hungry for some other ish. You got Andy Ruiz in the second biggest fight of his career with the rematch. 30 pounds overweight. You see Earl Spence, even though that he wins his fight, but was saying in the interview after the car accident that saying he was self-destructing, that he needed to lose 20 pounds on the last week to fight, what was it, Porter or Mikey Garcia? Walked around almost 190 pounds. You got Keith Thurman said that he had to lose 35 pounds and then to Josecito Lopez, gained the 35 pounds right back and to fight Manny Pacquiao. And you saw how he looked versus Josecito Lopez. You saw how he looked versus Manny Pacquiao. On the biggest fight of your life, you say in the PBC podcast that you couldn't find your killer instinct? You telling me in the biggest fight of your life, in the biggest fight, pay-per-view, you couldn't find your killer instinct? Once you lose that killer instinct and you couldn't find that killer instinct versus Manny Pacquiao, you ain't never going to regain it. And this is speaking from a fan. I'm a fan of Keith. But I know the dude ain't the same. Now he could talk a good game. He ain't the same, but he could still talk a good game. So his mouth is going to get him to a big fight. But if he didn't have the killer instinct in that fight versus Manny Pacquiao, the world watching, he ain't never going to get it back. I'm not going to say never because maybe that loss actually gave him that type of thing. But why do you have to lose like that? And then you see guys like, look at Julio Cesar Chavez. He could take his shirt off. Julio Cesar Chavez, Sr., still in shape. Sugar Ray Leonard, still in shape. Mike Tyson in shape. Oscar De La Hoya in shape. Hopkins in shape. What all those people got in common? Other than some of them sniff coke, but you know what I'm saying. But anyway, what all those people got in common other than sniffing coke? They was great, and it seems like the way their body look is they regain how to live like a champion. That was a good one, right? What all those people got in common, huh? Sugar Ray Leonard, Oscar De La Hoya, Mike Tyson, Julio Cesar Chavez. What those great people got in common, huh? That they sniff coke. You can see the people say, yeah, yeah. Oh, man. They all Tony Montana. Man. Thurman was on top of the globe a few years ago. That Pacquiao fight effed him up, though. You know why? You know why, though? Because he underestimated Manny Pacquiao. Yes, he did. He underestimated Manny Pacquiao. I've been following Keith Thurman since the amateurs. He even started doing the little shoulder roll. He never done no damn shoulder roll. Even when he was doing it, what the hell you doing, Thurman? That's not even your defensive. What are you doing? Knock down. The hell are you trying out a new wrinkle? That's not you. He tried to do with Josecito Lopez. This ain't you. What you doing? I know you. That's not you. Too many cockroaches in the sport of boxing, rap star. Yes, Coca-Cola Punch, not Coke. It's a Christian show. Sorry, Taiko TV. Tú sabes, el día de Jesucristo. I'm sorry, my friend. But me as a fan, and this is what I'm saying, me as a fan, I'm like, yo, when is Thurman going to return? Is his hand all right? Is the injury, is everything okay? And then on the Boxing Voice, he said that I've been good for a long time. I'm still waiting on a date. So that means you've been out the ring for nearly a year because Al haven't found you a date? And a lot of people that don't want to speak up right now, in that banner, they can't get a date. What is going on in that banner? You have forfeited your whole legacy career. Your whole prime years you have handed to Al. Why? What have Al done? What has he given these guys, bro? I hope it's just a good paycheck. I hope there's not a lot of freakish stuff going out there with that old man. Hope is not. I believe that that man is a good man. But I don't understand. Could be on top of the world like that, don't care. Ladies and gentlemen, I just don't understand why there's people out there that's wanting to be daddy daycare. A lot of people trying to be daddy daycare, man. Look at Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. at this point of his career. Gary Russell Jr. at this point of his career should be top 5 pound for pound. What has he done? What has he done for us lately? Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, yeah. You just submitted your career. You have forfeited your career. I'm going to tell you like this. God forbid, but a lot of these men, they're going to fall into depression. Because once their career is over, they're going to be like, damn, look at the window of opportunity. I've worked my ass off because I wanted to be great. I had the potential to be a legend. I had the potential to be the man of this era. All these guys have the skills and talent to be the man of this era. And just because this guy promised you that you can make good money off of this purse, but with your skills, you already know. A lot of these guys had the potential to be a cash cow like Canelo Alvarez. They lost sight of that. They lost the hunger of becoming a legendary fighter. Not a great fighter, but a legendary fighter. See, a guy like Keith von Tom Thurman, his goal was to be an undisputed in the welterweight division. He said that ever since he came out the gate. When you came back, you said, Keith said that this is a get back year. That he's not fighting nobody in the top. But he fought Manny Pacquiao. You ain't think. You ain't think that this old man was going to put some hands on you, huh? You downplayed him. Because you thought that that was just a regular 40-year-old and not a freak of nature 40-year-old man. And I understand some people get big-headed. But then after that, what was his last fight? If Deontay Wilder was ready to fight, for example, let's say Deontay Wilder, he was ready to fight Fury when, right? He was ready to fight, what, December or before that? Why he's not fighting now? What's his opponent right now? So he could be polished. So he could, if he gets another fight with Tyson Fury, he gets a big fight. So he could be well polished. And I don't even think that, and a lot of people felt that his opponents, but if you look at Deontay Wilder, even when he had surgeries and stuff like that, he was still fighting every other 5 months and stuff like that. He ain't take a break. So I don't think he's been babysitted in terms of action, in terms of quality opponent, maybe, I don't know, but not like that. But these other guys like Jamal Charlo, for me, he has. That's why I want people to stop trying to debate about call-outs. And then you want to discredit other fighters and be like, this guy is scared of this person. Call-out is a call-out. The call-outs in boxing are worse call-outs than high school call-outs. Yo, I see you at 3 o'clock, son. Don't talk about nobody calling nobody out until they show you that they send some paperwork to the opposition. If they ain't send no paperwork, it's not a call out. Don't fall for this trick no more. Are we smart or what? Come on, man. Come on, brothers. Come on. I want all of us to be smart in this too. I know that boxing has their own, excuse my language, fuckery. I know they want us to think that we're dumb. I know they want to insult our intelligence because they think that fans don't understand nothing on the business side of the sport of boxing, so they come out with anything little thing. That's why Eddie Hearn could say, you know what? Teofimo Lopez should be undisputed, but he's not because of the franchise. But yet, then he petitions for a franchise for his fighter to get it, Juan Estrada. And then when Juan Estrada fights Chocolatito again, how much you want to bet they're gonna promote it as a unified fight? How much? How much that the WBC, right, and the WBA is gonna be on the line? How much you want to bet? Huh? So he will critique Teofimo Lopez and let the whole world know, but you could be undisputed, but you're not because my man Devin Haney that he signed to me has a WBC strap. But how much you want to bet when Juan Francisco Estrada, you're going to promote that belt as the supreme belt for Juan Francisco Estrada. And that's when he's going to expose himself as a liar. And I'm waiting on that day, Eddie Hearn, my bruv. I'm waiting on that day to expose you as soon as you give validity to that belt that you said to Teofimo Lopez that he should be undisputed, but being a franchise doesn't qualify you as that. It's not a real belt. But now Juan Francisco Estrada, your fighter, got it, and you're going to validate that belt, and I'm going to catch you in your lie. I'm going to catch you, Eddie Hearn, so you better watch how you're going to promote Juan Francisco Estrada next. You better watch it. Rap Star Boxing Knowledge, he's going to be a hypocrite. Watch. Pay attention. I'm saying it right now today, my friend, everybody. Pay attention. Eddie Hearn ain't going to give validity to Teofimo Lopez as undisputed because of the franchise belt. But how much you want to bet? Because a fighter can't petition for a franchise belt. The promoter petitions for the franchise belt. So the promoter had to be Eddie Hearn to petition for a franchise belt. But yeah, he wanted to discredit the franchise belt when Teofimo Lopez got it, but now Juan Francisco Estrada got it. And watch how they promote the trilogy of Chocolatito and Estrada. Watch, he's going to contradict himself. You're going to see, watch the hypocrisy. And this is when they try to fool you and I. And this is where your boy Punch Drunk be like, yo, I respect you. I'm going to tell you like this. One of my favorite promoters is Eddie Hearn. He knows how to promote. He's out there. Yo, he's very genuine. He's very transparent. But I'll catch you in your hypocrisy as well. If you give validity to that belt, all those words you told Teofimo Lopez, you better swallow that shit back up. Because a guy like me, that got a platform and hopefully has a voice to reach you, you gonna hear it out of love, brother. Out of love. You better not tell me anything validity about that belt. In mine, it does have validity because the WBC told me. I don't like the franchise, but the WBC told me that the franchise is the wifey. The WBC told me that. So I gotta just pay attention to the franchise, but as much as I hate it, I have to recognize it because they recognize it. And the fighter that's holding it recognizes it. The franchise belt, whoever got a franchise in that division, that's wifey. And the person that got the world belt, that's the mistress. The world title. That's the mistress. T.O. is wifey. Haney is the mistress. And whoever wins the world title with that vacant WBC title is going to be the mistress. And Juan Francisco Estrada is wifey. He said Eddie Hearn wears no drawers. Pancho, sing a tune.
Anyway, Dennis told me, Dennis let us know. Said it never needs me, had him at it bone. What do you mean? We're screaming right out low. Dennis started showing, running at his feet.
Gracias, Pancho, for your services, my friend. Pancho! So they just announced this, that Jason Rosario going to be fighting Erickson Lubin. Jason Rosario, Erickson Lubin. Good fight. And a gutsy move by Samson Promotion for putting Jason Rosario up against Erickson Lubin. You know, Erickson Lubin got momentum right now. He's trying to get back there. He's trying to get that fight, trying to get that get back versus Jamel Charlo. Jason Rosario, gutsy move. You know what I'm saying? J-Rock. After J-Rock, Jamel Charlo. Ain't take a break. He ain't take an in-between fight. Wanted Jamel Charlo. And now he's taking Erickson Lubin. That's a gutsy guy. Have to be Dominican, have to be Latino because they don't care. What I said, remember that video? Oh, here we go with the race, babe. Here we go with the race, babe. I tell you, Latino, they want to fight. I don't care, dime. Samson called me, hey, Jason, dime, ¿qué es lo que es, Samson? ¿Qué tenés? Hey, we have a fight. ¿Quién? Yo peleo a cualquiera, yo peleo. You have Erickson Lubin. Mándamelo. Voy a firmar el contrato ya, coño. Mándamelo por email. He don't care. He'll say. That's a risky for Lubin. I think that's a risky for both fighters. It's a good fight. Erickson Lubin versus Jason Rosario is a gutsy move by the both parties. It's a gutsy move. I'm the same way, been watching since 87, but these days folks don't fight like that. But he has 3 belts and will go in the Hall of Fame, whether he like it. Not just facts. Tony Harrison returning April 2. 154 is filled with good fighters. 154 is a good division. It's like the division, like, yo, you don't know what's gonna happen, but it's good. It's a good gutsy move. It's a gutsy move by Jason Rosario and by Lubin as well. Good win by Jamel Herring. Good win by Jamel Herring versus Carl Frampton. Carl Frampton retired. Carl Frampton, salute to Carl Frampton. Thank you for your services. Lay down the line. One of the modern day warriors, one of the gladiators that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. You had a great career, my brother, and it was an emotional. And get this. Do you see the the post fight interview? Wouldn't you want everybody to take a loss the way that he took a loss graciously? Huh? No excuses at all. Carl Frampton, I respect you, man. That's the way every fighter should take their loss. Giving props to their opponent. My opponent was the better man. He was the better man. I have no excuses. Matter of fact, I had one of the best camps I ever had. He was just better than me. He controlled the range. He didn't let me get in the inside. And I think for me it's done. And I want to give my family everything. I sacrificed so much. Now I just want to spend time with my wife and children. But I take nothing away from him. No excuses. He was the better man. I trained hard. No excuses on my part. He's just a better man. Just a better man. How many times do we want to hear fighters take their loss like that? That's the form of gentleman sport we talking about. Gentleman sportsmanship. They used to call this a gentleman sport. Carl Frampton, you, my friend, is a gentleman. Now everybody take a page out of his book. take a page out of his book. Matter of fact, I'm going to be posting that every goddamn day on Twitter. Every day. I'm going to be posting that. Matter of fact, that's going to be, matter of fact, not on Twitter. That's going to be part of my intro now. His post-fight interview, I hope I don't get flagged, is going to be part of my intro for all the fighters to take notes and how to take a loss. Other people crying about shoulder. Other people crying about poison. Other people crying about what else? Hand. Other people talking about weights. Call Frampton. He took his loss like a straight up G. Like a fighter supposed to take it. Like a warrior. Doesn't matter if you win or lose. Hell no, Castaño, no, he not no bum. Hell no. Ain't no fighter bum anyway. Carl Frampton done great. He probably will go down as Ireland's best fighter. Probably. But see, even when you take a loss like that, fans will be like. Even when Joshua Greer. I wasn't a fan of Joshua Greer. I ain't paid too much mind to Joshua Greer, but when he took his loss like a man, I was like, I like that. I like this fighter. Because when a fighter loses like that, 9 out of 10 times, they go back into the drawing board and they, and they succeed. 9 out of 10. I didn't say 10 out of 10. I said 9 out of 10. They come back, they learn. Because if you go down with excuses, you don't feel like you learn. I mean, you don't feel like it was your fault that you lost. You don't take responsibility and accountability for your loss. So then you blame everything in the whole wide world. You're not going to come back better. Mel is the better Charlo, more on Char. Yeah, Mel is the better Char. I like the Charlo brothers, but Mel is the better one in my opinion. I think they all could fight. I just think that Maul is being babysitted. Maul just being babysitted. I should have signed that Boo Boo Andre contract. I should have got that fight with Daniel Jacobs. I should have got why he didn't fight Daniel Jacobs? Why he didn't fight Boo Boo Andre? Forget about what happened in 154 because in 160 the offer was way better than in 154. Why that wasn't signed? What you got? Dennis Hogan? What you got? Adam? What you got? Derevichenko? Huh? Triple G? What you got? Huh? Bud? What you got? The Green Machine? The Meaner Machine? The Meanest Machine next? Who's going to be your next opponent? Justin, my brother. Well, damn right. Not in the physical form. Thank you for the props. Thank you for the props. Thank you, darling. Little pure water. But it was a good win. And I dropped the video earlier today about the people that bid that felt like they were snubbed. Shakur Stevenson felt he was snubbed from the ESPN rankings. But I thought that he was not the only one that got snubbed. Chris Copeland got snubbed. Chris Copeland got snubbed, in my opinion. Who else got snubbed? Gervonta Tank Davis got snubbed, in my opinion. Gervonta Tank Davis in 130 got snubbed in the ESPN ranking. I don't believe that Gervonta Tank Davis should be in the 135 ranking. He should be. So let me read this one for y'all. I did it in the video. In the ESPN, top ranked ESPN ranking in 130, top 10. Oscar Valdez, number 1. Number 2, Jojo Diaz. Number 3, Tevin Farmer. Number 4, Jamel Hearing. Number 5, Miguel Burchett. Number 6, Masayoki. Number 7, Rene Alvarado. Number 8, Andrew Cancion. Number 9, Leo Santa Cruz. Number 10, Lamont Roach Jr. Wow. Now there's going to be people that's going to be like, oh, it's Shakur Stevenson. People going to be like, oh, it's Shakur Stevenson. He ain't fought really nobody in 130, but let me tell you like this. If he was a champion in the featherweight division, if he was top 10 and he was a champion in the featherweight division, then you should be ranked higher when you move up into the next division. It does happen that way. And this is what I mean. The ranking system also is not consistent, because in Gervonta Tank Davis, he never fought in the lightweight division. He only fought one time, and they ranked him high. A lot of people got him in top 5. A lot of people got him top 5 in the lightweight division. He only fought Gamboa. So why Shakur Stevenson can't be ranked? Do you think that Andre Ward has something to do with it, because he's not working with Andre Ward no more? And probably he's with ESPN. Andre Ward said, and they asked Andre Ward, yo, who should be top 10 super featherweight in the super featherweight division? And he like, ain't nobody picking Shakur Stevenson no more. I don't manage him, so he ain't gonna be up in here. You think he had to do something with it? They got Lamont Roach. I think Chris Copeland should be in there. Guido in the building. Nah, he doesn't. I don't believe that he deserves to be there in 135, but I do believe that he should be in 130 ranking, though. He is top 5 or top 10 in my opinion. He's top 10. He's top 5. He's top 5, y'all. He's top 5 in the featherweight division. I think, you know what I think? I also think that a lot of people, dímelo, Ricardo. Now, I think the people that actually do hate Gervonta Tank Davis, because I don't believe, I admire Gervonta Tank Davis' boxing skills. I think he's special. I think he's really special. I think that the Mayweather promotion is, for me, does a disservice to his growth in the ring. So I do respect Gervonta Tank Davis. I do think that he should be top 5 at the featherweight division. Dime, mi hermano. En fuego estamos. Wasn't Buzz supposed to announce his fight this week? Bob Arum probably got dementia and he forgot. We got to call Bob and be like, yo, Bob, you supposed to make an announcement already. What? When did I say that? When did I say I'm not even talking to Bud? I told him I'm not messing with him no more. I'm not messing with his career. I'm not messing with that ugly mother. I don't even want to. I'm not messing with him. Tell Top the Buff, I'm done. I am done. I'm done. And for the people that was on my live show, like 5 o'clock in the morning the other day, I know it was Easter today, and I wish I did not tell the pastor what I told you, how Adam and Eve came about. I hope y'all did not tell your pastor my analogy and my analysis on Genesis, on how, the Adam and Eve story. I hope y'all didn't go to church and told your pastor what I said, all right? But that's just my theory. But I hope whoever listened to what I had to say didn't go to your pastor and tell him what was apples and pussy juice, right? I hope y'all didn't go say, I know it's a Christian show, sorry. But I hope y'all didn't go on Easter Sunday in church and say, yo, pastor, there's this guy, Punch Drunk, that was preaching about Adam and Eve and the apple and pussy juice that Adam ate. That's right. I hope not, guys. I ain't gonna tell y'all the whole story. I gotta go back into the last live stream that I did with Keyshawn Davis. Alright? I go to that live stream. I'm not gonna explain the story with Adam and Eve again. Alright? 2021 Adam and Steve. There's too many Adam and Steves. Shit. There's like Bud beating a guy named Ndongo. Wow. Babysitting. This is what I'm saying. Okay. A lot of people don't have to like a Canelo Alvarez. You don't have to be a fan of Teofimo Lopez. I mean, these are options, right? You like who you like, right? But I feel like most boxing fans, whether you're a hardcore or casuals, love to bring up the past to validate that the past was way better than today. That you wish that today was like the past. So, if we think about the past, let's name the fighters you think today is doing what the fighters in the past did. And if I see a cash cow like Canelo Alvarez fighting 3 times in the span of 5 months and unifying titles, he's busy. Because you're going to tell me back in the day, these fighters used to fight a lot. These fighters don't fight enough. All right, Canelo Alvarez, he doesn't land in that, right? The challenges Teofimo Lopez made, right? The challenges Oscar Valdez made. The war with Chocolatito and Estrada, right? Jamel Charlo, underrated resume. Jamel Charlo doing this thing. What I love about Jamel Charlo is achieving and stamping his legacy without a cash cow, without piggyback off a cash cow or a legend's name. Jamel Charlo is carving his own lane, his own legacy, and this is why I give credit a lot to Jamel Charlo. I'm a fan of Jamel Charlo because he's not begging and piggybacking off nobody else's. He is carving his own legacy. He's gonna become undisputed on his own, without a cash cow, without piggyback on somebody else's legacy. He's creating a legacy on his own, off the back of his name. I like Jamel Charlo. I like the way he's moving. Go after that fight, Jamel. Go after Brian Castaño, Jamel. Jamel opposite of Jamal. Facts. The whole Charlo family name got Canelo. Well, in reality, that's because, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna talk, and he's gonna be in his brother's. But even his brother was like, shit, he would have took that fight. I would have took the Canelo fight. You know, he said I would have took the Canelo fight. So Jamel, he's on my pound for pound list. He's been on my pound for pound list. I like Jamel, man. I think Jamel is doing this thing. I think that Earl Spence is actually doing almost the same thing too. But of course, he is mentioning these certain names. But he's a unified title without that name too. Without a cash cow, without the Manny Pacquiao's of the world, without the Mayweathers of the world, without Canelo. I mean, he said he will fight Canelo Alvarez, but also but Earl Spence don't talk shit about Canelo Alvarez. Earl Spence feel like this is Canelo Alvarez.
Yo, pound for pound, who is the best fighter in the world right now?
Canelo.
So Earl Spence, he may want Canelo, but he has a lot of respect about Canelo. He got a lot of respect. And you heard what Bruce Ennis said. I asked Bruce Ennis this, you know, in paraphrasing about the fighters that what do you think about the sport, the landscape of the sport and their status? He said he don't even watch a lot of people. That the only time he watches is Canelo Alvarez and his boy Shakur Stevenson. Who was in the stadium to fight Yearjum? If Yearjum was so bad of a fight, but guess who was watching? Guess who bought their ticket to go see Canelo Alvarez? His contemporaries, Bud Crawford, Danny Garcia, Jamel Charlo. Who else? Who else was out there? Boo Boo Andre. His contemporaries respect him, so it doesn't matter if you don't like him. The haters out there, it doesn't matter if you hate Canelo Alvarez. His contemporaries respect him. His contemporaries gonna watch him. And not only watch him, they're gonna buy the ticket to his event. And the best compliment that you can get in your profession is from your contemporaries. The fans, it becomes irrelevant compared to the opinions of your contemporaries. That's like me. That's like, yo, Mike Tyson. And let's say if I was a fighter, Mike Tyson telling me, yo, you good, man. You one of the greats of this era. And I hear a fan in YouTube says that I'm a bum. Really, Mike Tyson just told me that I'm one of the great of this era. Then your opinion becomes highly irrelevant. He said the ghost said, yeah, Jim could beat Charlo. Nah, stop playing. You see, that's hate right there. Hell no. You'll get knocked out by Charlo too. Both of them. So I would love to see Jamel Herring fight the likes of Shakur Stevenson. If Shakur Stevenson beats his next opponent, what's his name? Starts with an N. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't want to mispronounce his name. I think it starts with an N. Then Jamel Herring has to attend to that fight in 30 days and make that fight happen. I believe so. Zapata deserves a belt. They got things, bro. Why the cut? But take him. Junior, they all going to be there May 8th. Yep, they all going to be there May 8th. Everybody going to be there May 8th. There's other entities in the sport of boxing trying to say like, yo, this guy sold more than Canelo. Shut up. Shut the hell up, man. Just shut up. Why people try so hard to lie to the people? Stop, man. Like, why? What is the motive here? Why are you so butthurt? Did Canelo Alvarez rape one of your little sisters or something? Damn. Rap star, too many uneducated fans unboxing today. Yeah. But you know what it is? They want to be uneducated as well. No, I mean, look, there's other people. Look, I don't call people stupid, but I could say uneducated. I could say misinformed as well. Some people just want to be misinformed. Some people just want to believe in the lie. That's all. They want to believe in the lie. They want to believe in the lie. And I'll say it all the time. Let's say like me, for example. I'm a Knicks fan. Born a Knicks fan. Love the Knicks. I hated Michael Jordan. But I ain't never said that Michael Jordan was never one of the greats. I ain't say that he's not the great. He's the great. I hated him so much, but I knew he was the greatest. Reggie Miller got scared every time he shot a three-pointer. Every time he shot a three-pointer, it felt like every time he shoot, it was going to go win. But I knew he was the man in shooting. Pause. Shooting the ball, shooting the three, man. I'm talking basketball here, son. Oh, man. MTK is helping my sport. I appreciate them. MTK Global. Shout out to MTK Global. They're doing a good thing. They managing real good. They taking over the sport of boxing. Maybe if these guys sign to MTK Global, I think we'll see them get back into that legacy route, into that legacy track, because they falling away from legacy. And I don't think that these fighters understand the importance of legacy. I don't think so. I know I hope I'm wrong, but they're abandoning their legacy. A lot of guys in these and I'm sorry to say this, the PBC banner just they abandoning their legacy. Not all, not all. I'm saying a couple of them, they abandoning their legacy. Jamal Charlo, you abandoning your legacy, my brother. You abandoning your legacy. You're abandoning your legacy. Keith Thurman, you have abandoned your legacy. If you telling me that you was prepared to fight for a whole year and you let yourself be put in the shelf like that, you abandon your legacy. You abandon your legacy. I don't know why. Adrian Broner, you started off real good. What happened? What happened? How many times Chris Cobra be fighting? Let me see how many times Chris Cobra be fighting. Let's because he's a young, he still got 15 fights in. I would like to know how he's moving on. Is he just happy getting paid? Let's see where he at, man. Last time he fought, December. Okay. He's fought enough. I want to see who's going to be his next fight. I hope it's soon. But I think they should still be fighting. He's young. He should still be fighting. Look like he's going to be fighting in the summer. And then after that, when he's going to be fighting again. So he probably going to be fighting one time this year. It's bad, y'all. It's bad, y'all. It's bad. But look, I normally don't chop it up on a Sunday. And I hope everybody having a Sunday. And I want to, spend more time with the fams. Punch, why don't fighters promote themselves so they can get fight they want? Because I think that a lot of these fighters say they promoters and they got their own promotional company. They just don't know how to promote themselves, or they just don't want to. They don't want to pay another promoter, but they don't want to do promotion job. But they got a promotional company. I don't know. For real, I don't know, my brother. I don't know what's going on in this side of the street. You feel me? Whatever they want to call it, this side of the street. But yo, I normally don't go on a Sunday, but of course tomorrow, 7:45 p.m. Eastern time, I'm gonna be doing it. Look, I'm gonna put a schedule up there. Yo, everybody, do your boy a favor. And subscribe to the new website, Boxing Scene. There's a new man in town. Boxing Scene. I'm sorry, but you're going to have some competition with your boy. Everybody subscribe to the new website, punchronboxing.net right now. Do it right now. Subscribe to the new website, punchronboxing.net. All you got to do is just put your email so you get the notifications and stuff like that. And I'm going to be dropping also the new podcast. Remember, it was the Smelly Salt podcast, but now it's just straight up Punch Run Boxing podcast. I have 2 episodes today. 2 episodes. You can get it right now on Spotify. Spotify soon is going to be on Apple, but right now you can listen to it on Anchor. Punch Run Boxing on Anchor. Got 2 episodes right now. You can listen if you're about to go to work, if you're going to work out or whatever. We doing big things, and that's all because of y'all people that's still supporting me. And y'all already know, man, I'm putting whatever is being donated, I'm donating it right back to give y'all more content, just in different type of avenues and stuff like that. I'm working for y'all, my brothers and my sisters. Thank you for the donations, because now I'm putting in a website. I'm going to put it into podcasting. Then it's going to go visual podcasting. We're going to do big things. And thank you for those that subscribe and have been donating to the channel. I don't take it for granted. I'm putting all the work. I'm dedicating my work to y'all. We're going to bring boxing into the forefront of sports entertaining. Punch. Jello. Mama huevo, saludos a mi lady. Moonshine, the business of boxing, the new LA. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yep. PunchRunBoxing.net. Yeah, man. Subscribe to the new website, PunchRunBoxing.net. New podcast, Punch Run Boxing. Also, me and my boy, UK Boxing. UK 47 Boxing, Rap Star Boxing Knowledge, and your boy Punch Strong. We coming with y'all with something new to the table, and it's gonna be good as well. But shout out, subscribe to UK 47 Boxing, subscribe to PunchRunBoxing.net. Just put your email once you go to the website. Boom, and that's it. You subscribe. Also, Anchor. If y'all want to be part and donate, I think it's like $1 or $4. Or they have different type of prices a month. I'm gonna be dropping the podcast every day or every other day. It's gonna be like a newspaper. I'm gonna be dropping down a bunch of articles, so we gonna be busy. Boxing is 24/7. Punch Drunk is gonna be working 24/7 for y'all. 24/7. Punch Drunk Boxing. Don't sleep till I die. And when I die, I'm gonna put so much work. I'm gonna be like Tupac. It's just gonna be live forever. It's gonna be timeless-ish. It's gonna be timeless. And of course, on the websites and on the podcast, we're gonna be talking more in depth. Just not about boxing, but you already know boxing translates to life itself. We're going to be talking about fatherhood. We're going to be talking about family. We're talking about relationship. We're going to talk about current events, politics. I'm just going to talk everything, but of course, everything surrounded with boxing. Investment tips that we all could chop it up as brothers and elevate one another, and the union, we got to keep that union, husband and wife. And you know what I'm saying? Because y'all already know how the world is turning this thing. They're trying to, you know how the word is going. So everybody subscribe to PunchRunBoxing.net. Subscribe to and follow me on Anchor. Anchor, Punch Run Boxing, Anchor, the new podcast. You get on Spotify right now, Anchor, and you can get on Google Play and everything like that later on. And of course, smash the like button, subscribe to Punch Run Boxing YouTube channel, man. We're going to a different level right now. We're going to a different level, y'all. Y'all my family. I love y'all. God bless. Thank you. I appreciate it. Gil Lopez, I appreciate you, my brother. Punch you for your channel, keeping the God first. Y'all already know God first, everything second. Fight plus survive equals true champions. I love y'all. God bless. Thank you for supporting me. Keep supporting me, and I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm going to sacrifice and give it that type of work and give it the type of news and always stay on top on current events in the sport of boxing. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.